The Tour of California is one of the high points of the season on the US calendar. Despite clashing with the Giro d'Italia, it's attracted an all-star lineup, especially in the sprints. It's just over a week long, but the heat and altitude make this a very challenging race. Beginning in the very south of California in San Diego, the race winds its way up north, with mountain stages to Santa Barbara and South Lake Tahoe, before the finish in Sacramento. Here are Cycling News' 5 riders to watch for the Tour of California. Peter Sagan was a surprise winner at last year's Tour of California, and he'll be back to defend his title. Helped by the weather forcing organisers to move the time trial course and a hugely impressive performance on Mont Baldi, Sagan went on to beat Julian Alaphilippe by 3 seconds. A repeat performance would be a difficult ask for the world champion, but he'd be buoyed by his first monument win at the Tour of Flanders. Sagan, however, would be still looking to add to his record stage win total. Taylor Phinney will be one of the big home favourites racing at the Tour of California. California was one of Phinney's final races before he suffered a career-threatening injury at the National Championships just a couple of weeks later. He wasn't able to make his comeback at last year's race, and this will be his first appearance since his crash. Phinney won a stage in his last showing and would be keen to do that again. His eyes will be on the time trial, but he'll face some tough competition from his teammate Rowan Dennis. Mark Cavendish was the undoubted sprint king in California last season, with 4 stage victories to his name. Back for the 3rd consecutive season, Cavendish will be in the colours of Dimension Data this year. The track remains a big focus for Cavendish this season, but he'll still be keen to up his tally on the road with just 2 wins thus far in 2016 in Qatar and Croatia. He'll face some stiff competition with the likes of Sagan and Alexander Kristoff to contend with. The team will also have Cameron Meyer to lead their general classification hopes. The Tour of California was not originally on Andrew Talansky's calendar, but a crash at Paris-Nice forced him to make some changes. Talansky's last appearance in 2015 didn't even last a day after he had to abandon on stage 1, and he'll hope that he can go a touch further this time. The 27-year-old has had 2 previous showings at the race, with his best performance of 17th coming in 2011. Talansky was underwhelming at the Tour de Romandie, but his form should be on the up as he heads towards the Tour de France. Julian Alaphilippe was so very close to victory at last year's Tour of California. He returns to the race at the head of the Etixx-Quick team, but says that he has less expectations this year. Alaphilippe's off-season was marred by illness, but he came back with a vengeance with a 2nd place at Flèche Wallonne. He missed out on a hectic final at Liège-Bastogne-Liège, but he'd already shown himself to be in good form. A stage win is a serious possibility and, who knows, the overall classification could still be on the cards.